Hi, my name is Jason Lyons. I'm a distributor of Forever Living products, and I'm just here to make another video today to give you an idea, give you a run through of the compensation planner, to give you an idea how the money works. You've probably been sent this video by a friend of yours who's in Forever Living products and is showing you the opportunity to see if it's something that would interest you. And obviously the way you make money is going to be part of what interests you. So I'm going to run through today how the money works. So there's kind of four areas of income with Forever Living. So I'm going to make four quadrants here and run through the four of them quickly and give you an overview of the whole thing. So the first area is retail, because obviously we're trying to move product, the product being health and well-being products, the Rolls Royce health and well-being products. But it's not about having hundreds of customers or anything like that, and it's definitely not traditional sales. There's no door-to-door, no catalogues dropping or anything like that. It's very much a use and recommend business rather than sales, because I certainly couldn't do sales. Was never a salesperson, and many of the successful distributors in Forever Living would have told you that they would have never done sales and were no good at it. But when you're using our products and find out how fantastic they are, it's just a matter of telling your family and friends what you think of them and see if it's something that might interest them for their health and well-being. So it's retail, so it's use and recommend. And obviously your first question is probably going to be, what's the profit margin? Well, there's a retail profit of 30%. So that's straight into your pocket money. You buy the products at, say you spend €70 on the product from head office. You sell it for €100. That's a 30% retail profit straight into your pocket. But there's also a personal bonus of between 5 and 18%. Now this personal bonus comes on a payment directly into your bank account on the 15th of every month, and that payment never fails to come in. I'm with the company 2.5 years, and never ever has it failed to come in. And I've talked to distributors who are in the company 20 years, and it has never failed to come. It's guaranteed. So when you start in the company, you're on the 5%. So say you were to develop a customer base of maybe 20 customers. We'll say they were to spend €50 a month, which is like $12.50 a week. They might just skip a couple of the aisles in the supermarket and choose to buy a natural, safe product, alternative product to what they're buying in the supermarket, but choosing to shop with you instead. So I just make them figures. It doesn't have to be like this, but 20 by 50 makes a nice round €1,000. So it makes it nice and easy for figures. That's why I choose those figures. But say it was that you would be making 30% retail profit, which is €300, and on the 15th of the month you would get your personal bonus of 5% into your bank account, which is another 50, and that's €350 you would earn from helping out some of your family and friends with our products. When you move up the marketing plan and you move up to 18%, and you do that by team building, and I'll speak about that in a minute, but when you move up to 18%, obviously that's 30 plus 18, which is 48%, that 350 figure would become 480. And in that instance, when that happens, you're practically buying the products at half price. And that move up from 5 to 18% happened in our case in 14 weeks. My wife Louise moved up the marketing plan in 14 weeks, which is quite quick, but some people have done it quicker, and some people take longer. It just depends how quickly you develop your business, basically. So the way you move from 5 to 18% is by team building. So that's the next area of earnings with Forever. Now, team building is where you get people you know, family, friends, people you know, people you bump into, people who are looking for an opportunity to earn extra income. And you show them the opportunity, and if it's something that interests them, you help them build their business. The same way as your sponsor will help you, the person who is showing you this video. So, we'll say that's you, and you have developed some team, and you've made your way up to the 18%, which is 30 plus 18, which is 48%. You're now what's known as a manager. That's the position on the marketing plan. You'd be at 48%. You don't manage anything. It's just so the company knows what they need to pay you every month on that 15th of the month. Know what percentage you're at. So you're on 48%. We'd say you have introduced your friend Tom into the business. Tom was an old schoolmate, now living in London, and you've introduced him into the business. You've helped him build his business. You've helped him maybe develop his customers, and maybe he's doing the same level of business you're doing. We'd say he's doing that €1,000. Again, this is just for figures. It's to make it nice and handy for me to illustrate. But you've helped him. First of all, you've introduced him to the company, so the company are happy with you. Then you have helped him build his customers. So you have helped develop this €1,000 for the company for every living. So the company have paid him his 300 and his 50, which is €350. Because that's all he's entitled to, 35%. The same way as we all start. We all start at the 5%, the 35%. Everybody starts at that level. So that's all he's entitled to at that level. So they've paid him €350, but they owe the 35%. But they want to pay 48% to somebody. And because you are the person who introduced Tom to the business, you're the person who helped him get his customers, they pay you the difference of what Tom is on and what you're on. So that's a difference of 13%. So, and it's 13% of the full retail value of the products, which is €1,000. So that's €130. You get paid every single month on Tom's business if he's doing that level of business. Now, there's no limit as to the amount of Toms that you introduce into your team. So if you were to introduce 10 Toms, that figure would become €1,300. That's €1,300 coming into your bank account every month from the business that your team is doing here. So that's a little bit more interesting than just retailing. That's when the money gets a little bit more interesting, a little bit more exciting. But what's really exciting is when you come up to this quadrant, which is royalties. Now we get a royalty style income in Forever. And a royalty income is when you get paid something over and over and over again for something you did well once. And like if you write a song and you patent it, every time it's played on the radio you get a little royalty income. And I think it's obviously the Christmas season's coming up now, and George Michael will get about £4 million this month from every time Last Christmas, not every time Last Christmas, but from all the times Last Christmas is played on the radio over this holiday season. Same with Shane MacGowan and the Fairy Tale in New York. So that's what a royalty style income. Well, in Forever we get that as well. And it's from developing businesses and help people develop their business. We do that work initially, might take a little while, but once we develop that business we get paid for it over and over and over again. So here's you. You're on your 48%. You would introduce Tom down here, remember? And Tom, seen you maybe moving up the marketing plan, he's seen you maybe getting a better car, going on an extra holiday, having some extra cash. He wants that lifestyle change as well. So he starts team building, and you're helping him do that. So you help him team build as well as develop his customers. So when that happens, Tom moves up to the position of manager. And you've helped him do that. But remember, you've been paid the difference of what you and Tom are on down here. Well, when he's manager, that 48% cancels out. the other 48%. There's no difference, in other words. And you might wonder, why would I want Tom to be a manager? Am I shooting myself in the foot? Well, when this happens, the company pay you a royalty style income of 6% of all of Tom's business. And you might say, and when I say all of his business, I mean all of his team's business. And you might say 6% of what? Well, a typical manager business is doing maybe 20,000 a month. That seems like a lot of money, and it is a lot of money. But it's not Tom physically selling 20,000. Tom is still doing his 15, 20 customers, whatever he's doing. He's dealing with his customers, the products that they need, and he's dealing with head office for them products. It's about his whole team and what they're doing, and they're all dealing directly with head office for the products for their customers. But it's all linked to you via a number, or all linked to Tom via a number. So even though it's 20,000, you're still just doing your own few customers. So that might be 20 people doing 1,000, we'll say. So that might be Tom signing in 4 people into his team, them signing 4 people into their team. So that's roughly 20 people. But obviously it doesn't work as perfectly as that, but you get the picture. So 6% of 20,000 is €1,200. Not bad. Tom, in his efforts to get to manager, he's team building as well, and Mary is his cousin who lives in Cork. Mary makes her way up to manager, 48%, team builds away. The company will pay you 3% of everything Mary is on, which is €600. Mary signs Joe into her business. Joe develops a manager style business as well. The company will pay you 2% of everything Joe is on, which is €400. Now that's 3 generations deep Forever pays on manager lines. So that's 2,200 an average manager line pays. Now obviously that could be more, could be less, could be much more if any of those are very successful. But on average, pays about 2,200. So just so that you know that it's a very fair system. Tom will get 6% of Mary's and 3% of Joe's and 2% of whoever Joe signs in. So everybody gets paid what they're entitled to. And it's a very fair system. So, as I said down here, there's no limit to the amount of Toms that you can sign into your team. Therefore, there's no limit to the amount of managers you can have in your team, or manager lines. So you can have manager lines going out all over the place. So if an average one pays you 2,200, it's very easy to calculate. Maybe if you're the type of person, right, I need 10,000 a month. Well, you know you need to develop about 4 of these, because that'll pay about 8,800. You'll have a bit of this going on and a bit of this going on, so roughly 10,000. So it's limitless. You can build it as wide and as deep as you want to build it, depending on how much effort, how much time, how long you're willing to work the business, that kind of thing. But it literally is limitless, and there is many millionaires around the world from this compensation plan. So the 4th quadrant then is made up of incentives. It's what we call our incentives quadrant. Because network marketing isn't like traditional business. If you have a regular traditional job and you don't turn up for work, they're probably going to dock your wages. So that's incentive enough for you to turn up to work. Where in network marketing, Forever Living are never going to ring you up and say, why aren't you doing this, or can you develop your business more, or try to push you forward. It's up to you how much you develop your business. So at any stage you can stop, you can relax, whatever you want to do, or how much work you want to put in. So because they can't do that, and they want you to develop your business, they incentivize it. So they put on some fantastic incentives, and one of the more exciting ones is the earned incentive. And this is nicknamed the car plan, because once you qualify for it, you qualify for it over a period of 3 months, you get paid a certain amount of money for 36 consecutive months. So it's up to 400, up to 600, or up to 800 euro. Paid into your bank account on the 15th with all these other payments for 36 consecutive months. And a lot of car finance deals are done over 36 months, so people call it the car plan. But you can do what you like with it. You can buy a tractor, you can buy a pony, you can buy handbags, whatever you're into. So, but it's a fantastic thing, and it's something that you can be constantly on, because as you go towards the end of the 36 months, you can, if you're developing a steady business, you can requalify and be constantly on up to 800 euros extra a month on top of what else you're earning. Just to go back to this, I forgot to say here, the thing about this is not everybody will go to manager, because not everybody will be as driven as maybe you are, and that's up to them. It's up to them how much or little they want to do in the business. But if they do get to manager, you get paid the royalty style income as illustrated here. If they don't, you get paid the difference of what they're on, of what you're on and what they're on. So you're going to benefit one way or the other, because you helped them and the company rewards you for that. So that's the earned incentive, and it's fantastic. I'm on that, we're on that. Myself and my wife Louise are on that. We're on it after 11 months in the business, and I haven't been off it since. It's fantastic extra payment. So then there's holidays you can qualify for. Again, you're qualifying for them, they're incentives. We're in the business 2.5 years, we've been on 6 5-star holidays in that short space of time. 3 of them are in the UK, twice in a beautiful spa resort outside Cardiff, and once in Telford. UK doesn't sound that exciting, but it's the first time I ever got paid for my flights. First time I stayed in a 5-star hotel, paid for. Food, accommodation, entertainment, fantastic entertainment. What a weekend's crack. The other 3 trips then were Budapest, stayed in the Kempinski Hotel, 5-star. Hawaii, stayed in the Hawaiian Hilton Village on Waikiki Beach, fabulous. And Sardinia, stayed in the Grand Fort Village in Sardinia. All fantastic trips, and many more to come. Next year, the 2 main trips are London and Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe's in California. We're flying on to Dallas, to South Fork Ranch. We own South Fork Ranch. So there's great trips, great worldwide trips on, and they're all 5-star and they're all free. But you must qualify for them, obviously. So that's the holidays, and then there's chairman's bonus. Chairman's bonus is the real icing on the cake on the marketing plan. It's where the company paid 3% of the profits back to qualifying distributors. Now there's quite a bit of work involved in qualifying for chairman's bonus, but myself and Louise qualified for it in our first full year in the business. So it's not something that's just open to people in the business 10-15 years. You can go, if you're willing to work, you can qualify for it quite early in the business. But they brought us to Hawaii, as I said already, to pay us this chairman's bonus check, and the checks start at around 2,500, and they work up. There's about 800 checks, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger. The biggest check in Hawaii was $1.2 million. So we got paid $4,500, which is about 3,500 euros, and that's nothing to do with what we get every month. That is an extra, like, Happy Christmas, bottle of wine at Christmas, the boss, or 50 euros on a card. Rexmon, our owner, gives us chairman's bonus once a year, and we get our monthly check aside from that. So we got 4,500 euros. It was our first check. We've qualified for it again this year. We get presented with it in London. But you can make that and develop it bigger, and that check bigger and bigger as your business grows, and as you help people in your team get chairman's bonus. That pushes you up the levels and up into the 6-figure checks, and indeed Ralph Kipp got a 7-figure check in his chairman's bonus. So it really is the icing on the cake, and a fantastic opportunity. We're the only network marketing company in the world who do a chairman's bonus, or profit share as it used to be known. So that's our marketing plan. That's how the money works should you choose to get involved with Forever Living Products. I hope you enjoyed the little presentation, and if If you'd like to get back to the person who showed you this video, or if it's me, my number is 087 135 1155. My email address is jasonlyons, jasonlyons123 @hotmail.com. Thanks for listening, and get back to the person who gave you this video. Cheers. Bye bye.